Tyrone Bridge from Morley Street and Granville again, and Oh So Risky, going just fast enough to jump the first of the 8 flights. Tyrone Bridge, Morley Street, Granville again, and Oh So Risky. Well, there's no indication so far that this is going to be anything remotely approaching a true gallop, as Declan Murphy makes it at a very, very sedate gallop on Tyrone Bridge from Morley Street. His younger brother, Morley's younger brother, Granville again, and finally Oh So Risky, the Daily Express Triumph Hurdle winner. Tyrone Bridge coming to the third now. At a very second, I should say, at a very leisurely pace. Couldn't believe that only jumped one so far. Tyrone Bridge from Granville again. Morley Street sitting on his tail. And Oh So Risky. He has pricked. Tyrone Bridge going out into the country. This 6-year-old, winner of 3 of his 11 races over hurdles. A clear leader from Granville again, Morley Street, and then quite a long gap to Oh So Risky. All looking for the slightly less poached ground away from the rails as Tyrone Bridge runs downhill, with Peter Scudamore going quite wide on Granville, looking for the better ground. Tyrone Bridge from Morley Street and Granville again on the far side. Can be quite a deceptive TV angle over on the far side here. Tyrone Bridge from Granville again and Morley Street. Oh So Risky, a little way behind them. Declan Murphy letting Tyrone Bridge stride on a bit more now as they come to the 4th of the 8 flights in all. Loves the soft, this horse, and the going, of course, officially heavy. Tyrone Bridge from Granville again and Morley Street. Morley Street jumping just that little bit quicker than Granville again so far. Oh So Risky, back and forth, but still going quite happily. Coming to number 5. Tyrone Bridge from Granville again and Morley Street. Very much a cat and mouse game between the brothers here, Granville and Morley Street. Oh So Risky getting a little bit closer. Tyrone Bridge running down the hill with a 3 to 4 length advantage from Granville again. Still picking the better ground, Peter Scudamore. Richard Dunwoody just on his inside. Then Oh So Risky. 3 left to jump now in this Coral Elite hurdle with a 23,000 first prize. Tyrone Bridge from Granville again and Morley Street. Tyrone Bridge not very tidy at that one. Coming down to the second last now. Tyrone Bridge from Granville again and Morley Street just in behind them. Richard Dunwoody changes his hands on Morley Street. Granville again travelling very powerfully towards the near side, just comes to take a fractional advantage now from Tyrone Bridge, with Morley Street in third, and Granville again travelling very strongly at that one. Lands in the lead over the last, but Morley Street coming to challenge him, and it's Morley Street on the near side. Granville again on the far side. Morley on the near side. Granville again on the far side. Richard Dunwoody and Peter Scudamore as they race up towards the line. It's going to be Morley Street, the champion hurdle, is going to win another line. Morley Street is the winner, and Granville again is second, and third is Oh So Risky, and 4 the long-time leader, Tyrone Bridge. And so a brilliant finale that by Morley Street and Richard Dunwoody in the result of the Coral Elite hurdle. First, number 1, Morley Street. owned by Michael Jackson Bloodstock Limited, trained by Toby Balding. It's a double for him this afternoon and for his owner, and written by Richard Dunwoody. Second was number 3, Granville again, owned by Mr. Eric Scarth, trained by Martin Pipe and written by Peter Scudamore. And third was number 2, Oh So Risky, who was by no means disgraced, owned by the Oh So Risky Syndicate, trained by David Ellsworth and written by Paul Holly. Fourth was Tyrone Bridge, and a big reception here for Morley Street, who's now won over 440,000 jumping. It's his third course triumph, his 18th win in 27 races.